So, in my last video, I gave you all the ultimate guide to getting started on Roblox VR, and seeing as that video became a huge hit amongst you guys, I ended up seeing a lot of comments talking about different VR games that I should check out. So, in addition to the VR FPS games that I previously mentioned, today we're also going to be taking a look at some of the other lesser known titles to answer the question of which Roblox VR shooter game should you sink your time into. So, without further ado, enjoy the video. So first off, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most popular VR supported first-person shooters on Roblox, and that is the one and only Opposer VR. In Opposer, you can play using either a flat screen device or a VR headset, and are put straight into the action as soon as you calibrate your height. Rounds in Opposer last around 20 minutes in my experience. However, I never actually timed it, so I don't really know for sure. But the reason why this game is the most popular isn't due to its cross-platform compatibility or round length. No. The true reason why most people hail this game as the best Roblox VR FPS is due to the several variety of weapons scattered throughout each match. See, in addition to your basic shotguns, pistols, submachine guns, and assault rifles, Opposer features more unique weapons, such as the different types of shields, swords, and power-ups you can use. The power-ups, more specifically in my opinion, really change how each game mode plays out. The current power-ups in the game include a speed boost, jetpack, helmet, body armor, and health pack. And with several maps and 2 modes, those being Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All, you will have a high ceiling of replayability. And overall, if this sounds interesting, I definitely recommend you check it out. But if you saw the last video, you already know about this game. So let's get into another popular game that I didn't cover before. Energy Assault, similar to Opposer, is a cross-platform title that has a little more variety in its modes, maps, and weapons. In Energy Assault, you play as either the red team or the blue team, and your goal for winning can be a variety of things depending on the modes. You could do the classic Team Deathmatch, or you can try to play a game of Keep Away in Artifact mode. And to add on to those modes, the game also features other classics such as Capture the Flag, Domination, Free-for-All, and King of the Hill. When you first launch Energy Assault, you're given 5 starting guns that you can use to a degree of positive effect. These weapons are the Scar, Benelli, PKM, and Dragunov. Also forgot to mention, the 5th weapon is your starting pistol. However, as you get more kills and rank up, you will receive a lot more credits, resulting in the ability to purchase some better weapons. If you want my personal recommendation, I say you should use the Scar if you want to rank up fast, as it's the easiest and most well-rounded gun out of the starter. Some other things you should know is if you're a new player is that in order to reload, you just have to grab the magazine out of your weapon, then reach to your waist and click grab to get a new magazine. I struggled with this very early on, but when I finally did learn how to reload, I think it's pretty obvious to say that the game got a lot more fun. In fact, I liked it so much, I ended up playing the game with my viewers during one of my live streams. And if that sounds like something you want to do, then I ask you to please subscribe and set your notifications to all. But now that that's out of the way, let's move on. Continuing the crossplay trend once more, the next game is called Nerf Strike. Believe it or not, this game is actually a Nerf sponsored game, and it was made during one of the many events that Roblox held with Nerf over the years. And later on, in a move to retain more viewership, they added VR support to the game. Right now, it features 3 main game modes, that being Domination, Team Deathmatch, and Free-for-All. The progression system is similar to Energy Assault in the sense that you have to rank up and gain credits to unlock weapons. However, I'd say it's a little easier to do so because all guns in Nerf Strike are one-shot kill, which honestly kind of ruins the meta a bit, seeing as you have to go for just rapid-fire guns and then boom, you're the most powerful person in the lobby, but still. It's a pretty fun pickup, and the only gripe I have with it is that the hands can get a little janky at times, so overall, not a bad alternative. And now that I've gotten some of these playable games out of the way, I think it's time to talk about one more game that, if it gets fixed, could potentially become one of the top VR FPS games on Roblox. Project SCP is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting games that can be played on Roblox VR. A little while back, I was able to play this game on PC VR, and the game actually played really well. For those of you who don't know what Project SCP is already, it's a VR cross-platform game where, depending on your role, you and your team will have to complete different tasks. If you're on the facility team, you'll want to try and get as many scientists to escape the facility as possible. If you're on the Chaos Insurgency, you will want to try and get as many D-Class to escape the facility as possible. And if you're on the SCP team, kill everyone in sight. Leave no prisoners. The carnage of your victims are your victory. The game is loosely inspired by a Steam flat screen title of nearly the same name, which is SCP Secret Laboratory. Servers can hold up to 50 people, and with dead people constantly respawning as MTF or Chaos Insurgencies, rounds can go on for an unpredictable amount of time. And after hearing about that description, I think you can see my point as to why I think this game could be the most popular VR game on Roblox. However, when the Quest 2 released, the game ran into some problems. See, because the Quest is a VR headset that struggles to run big games at high FPSs, many people, including myself, experienced extreme jankiness when trying to play the game. Couple that with the ping of about 40 other players, and you have yourself a disaster. But hope is not lost, because if the development team can find a way to stomp all the bugs and lag related to the Quest 2's performance, this could add a whole new audience to an already steadily growing game. So even though you may not be able to play this now, if you're watching this video in a couple months or so, the game might be fixed at that moment. So I'd encourage you to at least give it a shot, and then let me know in the comments if it works. Now I'm sure you're probably wondering why there isn't more virtual reality FPS games in this video, and the reason why is mainly due to one problem. See, when you search up VR on Roblox or even VR FPS, Roblox reads that as the VR tag, and so it'll recommend you games that are basically just a bunch of VR social hangout places that have been copied and pasted. Now, the social hangout spaces aren't bad by any means, it's just when you're trying to find a virtual reality FPS to play and you can only find 4, it definitely seems a little frustrating that something like this would happen. Which is why now, if you are a game dev or someone who knows Roblox game development, then I must call upon you. Roblox VR is still in a very early stage of development, but there are already plenty of plugins you can use in order to start developing for virtual reality. And because competition is so low, if you truly care about the game that you're developing, you could probably build up a pretty good core audience. But that doesn't just go for VR FPSs on Roblox, it really goes for any VR game on Roblox. Because truly, we're in a dry spell right now, and most people are still doubting if they should check out this amazing platform for all the games that they have to offer. And even if you aren't a game dev and you're just a passionate viewer, there are still things that you can do in order to help Roblox VR out. All you simply have to do is just talk about it. By bringing awareness to VR to different communities and showing the opportunities that it has, we could probably get a lot of big game developers to either make their own virtual reality games or make some of their big games have VR support. Could you imagine Arsenal VR, Phantom Forces VR, heck, we could even have something like The Doors VR. But until then, all we can do is wait. However, before you go, viewer, did you know that Roblox might actually be killing this VR platform on the Oculus store? That's right. If you've heard of a game called Rec Room, Roblox's Quest launch is absolutely devastating for it. And if you're wondering why, then check out the video on screen right now. And with that said, my name is Trentic, and I will be signing out. Peace.